Whey isolate, which is just a more filtered version of whey, and pea protein are both fantastic choices here. Casein is the marathon runner. It digests really slowly, feeding your muscles for hours and hours.
And listen, this isn't about jumping on the latest trend. It's about matching a protein to your unique body, your lifestyle, and your goals.
Once you understand what makes each type of protein tick, finding your perfect match becomes a whole lot easier.
This video is made for educational and informational purposes only.
All right, let's get right into it. Protein powders, shakes, bars. I mean, the aisle is just endless, right? It's a huge, kind of confusing world out there. But don't you worry. In the next few minutes, we're going to crack this code together and get you the clarity you need to pick the absolute perfect protein for you. Yeah, does this look familiar? Whey, casein, pea, and that's just the beginning. Look, this isn't just a question for pro bodybuilders anymore. Whether you're a serious athlete, a senior who wants to stay strong, or you're just trying to eat a little bit healthier, this whole protein puzzle, it pretty much affects all of us. So, where do we even start?
Well, we start right here, by meeting the main players on the field. You know, once you understand what makes each type of protein tick, finding your perfect match becomes a whole lot easier.
Okay, so first up are the two big ones from milk. Now, the real difference here is all about speed. Think of whey protein as the sprinter. It gets absorbed super fast, which is exactly what you want to repair your muscles right after a tough workout. But then you have its cousin, casein. Casein is the marathon runner. It digests really slowly, feeding your muscles for hours and hours. That makes it absolutely fantastic for overnight recovery while you're sleeping.
So what about the non-dairy options? Well, you've got plant-based proteins like soy, which are total powerhouses. They
may support muscle building comparably to whey for many people.
And others, like pea and rice, are usually blended together to give you that complete amino acid profile. And then there's collagen. Collagen's more of a specialist. It's brilliant for supporting your skin, joints, and gut health. But, and this is a big but, it is not a complete protein. That just means it doesn't have all the essential building blocks for muscle, so it can't be your one and only protein source.
So, with all these choices, it really helps to just see them all side by side. Think of this table as your ultimate cheat sheet. You just finished a workout? Go for whey. Need that overnight repair? Casein's your guy. Dairy-free muscle building? Soy or a pea and rice blend. And for that specialized joint and skin support? Collagen. See? Pretty simple when you break it down.
Okay, so now that we know all the players, it's time for the main event, finding your perfect match. And listen, this isn't about jumping on the latest trend. It's about matching a protein to your unique body, your lifestyle, and your goals.
And honestly, it all comes down to this super simple three-step plan. First, what are you actually trying to achieve? Second, how does your body handle certain foods, like dairy, for instance? And third, how can you spot a high-quality product instead of just falling for the hype? Let's break it down.
So let's get personal for a minute. First up, what if your main goal is weight loss? How does protein even fit into that picture? The magic word here is satiety. That's the feeling of being full and satisfied. What you want is a protein that's low in carbs and fat, but really helps you manage hunger. Whey isolate, which is just a more filtered version of whey, and pea protein are both fantastic choices here. They help you stay full without a bunch of extra calories.
Okay, how about another really important group? What if you're over 50 and you're thinking about how to stay strong and active for the long haul?
You see, as we get older, our bodies can get a little less efficient at building muscle. There's this one magic ingredient that helps fight this, an amino acid called leucine. Think of it like the ignition key that starts the engine for muscle growth. And guess what? Whey protein is absolutely packed with leucine, which makes it an incredible choice for maintaining strength later in life.
And what about those times in life when your body has very specific and much higher needs, like during pregnancy?
During this time, your protein needs really jump up to support all that amazing growth. We're talking about a significant increase, up to around 1.1 grams per kilogram of your body weight. The key is finding complete proteins that are also loaded with other essentials like iron, calcium, and DHA.
Always consult your healthcare provider for personalized guidance during pregnancy. Individual results may vary. Work with a registered dietitian or your doctor to find the approach that fits your personal health needs.
All right, let's switch gears and clear the air a bit. There is so much misinformation floating around about protein, so let's tackle some of the biggest myths and get the real story on timing.
Oh yeah, this is the big one. We've all heard it, right? Just chug more protein shakes and you'll magically get bigger muscles. But is that really how it works?
The truth? Nah, not quite. Protein is just the pile of bricks.
Resistance training, lifting weights, is the architect that tells those bricks where to go and how to build the house. Without the actual work and proper rest, all that extra protein doesn't just turn into muscle.
Now, this is a myth that genuinely scares people. This idea that loading up on protein is putting some kind of dangerous strain on your kidneys.
Generally reassuring for healthy individuals, research has not shown harm from higher protein intakes in people without existing kidney disease. However, if you have any kidney concerns, always consult your doctor before increasing protein intake.
So, while your total daily protein is what really matters most, being strategic with your timing can definitely give you an edge. Let's look at this timeline. Kicking off your day with a protein-rich breakfast can seriously cut down on cravings later. Then, after a workout, fast-acting whey helps your muscles recover way more quickly. And as we know, finishing your day with that slow-digesting casein can fuel muscle repair all night long.
Wow, we have covered a lot of ground. So let's wrap this whole thing up with your final playbook. These are the key takeaways to make sure you're making the absolute best choice every single time.
All right, here it is, your final playbook. Number 1, always match the protein to your personal goals. Number 2, remember, hitting your total daily protein number is the most important thing. 3, look for those third-party quality seals like NSF or Informed Sport. That's how you know you're getting a clean product. 4, don't forget that supplements are just that, supplements. They add to a healthy diet that should be rich in real foods like lentils and eggs. And finally, here's a really cool insight. Protein isn't just for your biceps. It's essential for building the very neurotransmitters that regulate your mood and your focus. How cool is that?
So the bottom line is this: you are now totally equipped. You can walk past those confusing supplement aisles with complete confidence. You know the players, you've got the plan, and you can separate the facts from the fiction.
Remember, the best protein choice is one that fits your goals, dietary needs, and is approved by your healthcare provider. What's your perfect protein match?
This video is for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. Always seek the advice of a qualified healthcare provider regarding any medical condition or treatment.